In we go. Ready. We were born ready. Except for number 8. Number 8 is a little slow. Gets started late. Realized his mic wasn't working. Pack 1. Pick 1. Elder Dragon. It's a nice little spell too. Man, is this dragon even good? 4 mana, 3/4 flyer. Maybe the ramp is good enough. Like Electrolyze seems great. 3 mana, deal 2 to anything at instant speed, split any way you like to draw a card seems incredible. Alright, let's grab the Elder Dragon. He doesn't look like an Elder Dragon. He in fact looks like a 3/4, which I believe makes him a juvenile dragon. Maybe Elder Dragon is used in like a sarcastic sense with him. They're like, Galgazath Prismari, the Elder Dragon. And he's like 4 years old. It's like pumping up like a toddler to make them feel good about themselves. You're a big boy now. That's what they're saying to him. Is this card playable? When you cast a spell, copy it if you control Cleric, Druid, Shaman, Warlock, Wizard, Scry, then draw a card. It's not bad. Dude, this card was fucking nuts. Oh, it's not nuts. That's not the nuts one. That's the reasonable one. Alright, I kind of want Explosive Welcome. I'm kind of expecting that to wheel, and I kind of want Mentor's Guidance. I don't see a whole lot dragging me into a different color. Rise of Extus has been good for me. It's very slow, but the learn is quite nice. First day of classes seem pretty poor. Enthusiastic Study has been okay. This card is the strongest card, individual card. Like the Spirit Synergy stuff is pretty stupid. I could speculate on that and hope to get a different one maybe. Okay. It's too cute to be an Elder. Strategic Planning. Look at top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. Okay. Mortality Spear has been good. Apprentice is over that Apprentice. Look at the top 2 cards of your library, put 1 into your graveyard and the rest back on top of your library in order at instant speed. Is that better than Strategic Planning? That's 1 less card. Oh, that has to go back on top of my library. No, I could put cards in graveyard. Man, is this just a worse version of this? It's 1 more card. Oh, that's a sorcery. I do need spells in my spell deck. I need artifacts that I can tap. I'm not very excited about any of these. I'm going to draw the card that could play the card that could potentially be used in either still. Maybe the Pilgrim was enough of a spirit to take for this guy. Transformation is a lesson. Reject as a counter. Master Symmetrist, Snakeskin Veil. Defend the Campus. The Shaman again. Historian. Is there an Is It aggro deck in this format? Maybe there is. I'm happy to have this Historian. It's just an early value drop. Counters are okay. It feels like instants and sorcerers have some serious value in this format. Grinning Ignis. Sure. Nothing else in this pack worth talking about. The payoff in blue, I guess, maybe. This guy seems okay. Sloth. I don't know if I know which one the Sloth is. Red-white duel. Another Grinning Ignis. Village Rites. Spirit Cleric. Leech Fanatic. We haven't seen much blue of any value, have we? I feel like I'm going to like this card. Maybe I won't. Let's grab it again. Some mana accelerant. Village Rites again. First day of class. Befuddler. Arcane Subtraction. Fuck, these cards are bad. Best cards are green-black by a lot. There's a couple of them. Can tutor a land. I don't know if I want to tutor a land on top of my deck. I mean, it's an optional thing, I guess, but kind of wanted to build this super synergetic Prismari deck, but I don't know, man. I think the Shield Mage is good. Nowhere near blue-green. Nowhere near black-white. Can I afford a second one of these Shamans? Maybe. This card is a very overpriced dude until you start throwing buffs on it. Alright. Elemental Masterpiece. Sudden Breakthrough is definitely a card the Shaman likes. Masterpiece is kind of a clunky spell. 7 mana, create 2 4/4 creatures is kind of rough. The cards we have, I kind of want that. I mean, this is a mana accelerant. I mean, we can just do that. It adds 2 mana. I don't think I want to take some shitty combat trick. There's the other card I was hoping to wheel. Okay. Our big spells. Good morning, Endless. I don't know which one you meant when you said the Sloth Clandestine Wolf. I can play Curate, I guess. Mortality Spear is still there. Black-green is so open. Baited by Elder Dragon to some degree. That card is a scam. There's no way we're green, right? No. Man, I already hate this draft. I already hate this deck. That feels so bad. You're pack 1. I'm like, no, I don't want to play this deck. Okay. All right. Guide, mana ramp, potentially. Igneous Inspiration is excellent as red removal at 3 damage. That can also go face. It also learns. Frost Trickster I think is quite good. I think Lorehold's probably a little too slow, but might be okay. And Kelpie Guide seems fine as well. I'm going to take the premium removal. We have no removal yet. So artifacts can be tapped from mana. For sorcery is an instance. Whirlwind Denial. Okay. Flunk, Deadly Brew. Apprentice seems like a scam. Ageless Guardian. Spirit, Study Break. Befuddler. Dragon's Approach. Heated Debate's pretty decent. And Red-Blue Fixing. Okay, I'll take Heated Debate. It's the only real card in that pack that I want. We still don't know our second color. We think we're playing blue. But we don't actually have blue cards that we're very excited about, right? So we don't actually know what our second color is. In the moment, we're a mono red dragon. Symmetry Sage. Three damage, learn again. Seems great. I need some learn payoff cards, the lesson cards, I guess. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, put a book counter, remove a book counter, add a mana, remove 3 book counters, draw a card. It's not very good. The fact that it doesn't tap for mana on its own makes that a little bit worse. 2 mana though instead of 3 is okay. Let's grab our inspiration. Another strategic planning, a snow day, red-blue duel. Shitty lesson. The fact that is sorcery speed. The mana dork being sorcery speed, if I'm not clear. I'll take the duel first. Pledge Mage in double blue. We have a lot of instants and sorceries though. There's a Vortex Runner who I think is decent but not good. I think the Aerialist is fine but not good. I think Spirit Summoning is a nice little payoff that's generally pretty applicable. Not great, but okay. I'm going to take the Mage. I don't know what this card does. You may pay 4. You paid 4. Opponent discards a number of cards and draws them. You search your library for up to 3 cards, put them in your hand. Shuffle, then discard 3 cards at random. That card seems hard to use. 5 mana, 3/4 haste with Scry. Fuck. Okay. Infuriate is a combat trick. I hate the fact that I can only sacrifice this dwarf at sorcery speed. This makes him go from a really interesting card, a 1/5 reach body is pretty tanky, but not particularly great. Makes him into a terrible, terrible thing. I don't want to pop quiz necessarily, and I have a couple lessons, so I need some learns. I need some lessons. I'm gonna take Introduction to Prophecy. There's the pop quiz that I just passed. Expanded Anatomy and Fixing. I think I'm gonna take Expanded Anatomy. Right now I don't wish to. I mean, Expanded Anatomy is a really nice synergy card with our our Twin Scroll Shamans. Okay. So we don't have shit for artifacts right now. So this guy's a 3/4 flyer who creates a treasure token. I mean that's the thing. Got a 1/3 who can burn off extra lands, Spirit Wear, and a Lorehold Excavation. Doesn't seem popular. Feels like it's okay to me. It's just a passive effect that stacks up your graveyard, gives you some life gain or burn synergies, and occasionally gets you a creature or 2 for 2 mana. I think that's a fine card. I'll take the Archway over the Dragon's Approach. Kind of forcing blue-red here. Okay, take the Curve. Second Curate, Snow Day Wield. I don't really want second Curate. I'll try a Snow Day. The card's been okay versus me. Not great, but not bad. I'm pretty sure First Day of Class is an absolute scam. I have 2 of them now. I'm trying to imagine where I want to cast that spell. I'll take a Befuddler over 3rd Square Up. Kind of hating my cards right now. Alright, pack 3. Source of Plowshares in colors we're not playing. Exile target monocolored permanent. That's pretty reasonable. Explosive Welcome we have. It's a big buyback. Jesus Christ. So we have Trickster and Pledge with the Experimental Sciences. Dude, all of our cards cost 3. I'm going to take the Trickster, hope to wield the Pledge. I'll take the Environmental Sciences as it comes back. Okay. Is Sword good enough to splash for? It's the wrong type of card to splash for. I mean, yes and no is the answer to that. It's okay. It's hard to get white mana sources and blue. I guess maybe red has some chances for that. I'm not set up well to take advantage of it with no splashes, with no colored sources for it yet, and I need other cards in my deck. It's a card that is nice because it's so damn flexible, but you lose a lot of the flexibility if you're splashing it. It's still quite a nice removal spell, but it gets a bit worse. Second Heated Debate. I don't want to teach by example. A lot of black-white duels. Play Bury the Book or the other campus. I'll take the removal for now. Feeling like our deck is pretty weak. So is Sword a powerful enough effect? Sure, absolutely. It's exile removal at instant speed for 1 mana, which is pretty damn solid. There's some question of whether or not you will actually have mana sources to play it. All right, another Inspiration. How many of these is too many? 5? 10? I gotta get some more lessons is the problem. I got a lot of learn going on over here. Wasn't expecting to get 3 of these at uncommon. Clean the Firstborn. A third Heated Debate if we want it. Practical Research is a good one for us. I'll take the Summoning if it wheels. Okay. We have no artifacts. Yeah, this is just literally a 3/4 flyer that summons an artifact token on cast. That's pretty painful for our first pick. Like, it's of the power level of like Battle Seer. This is a bit cheaper. Yeah. You want to splash expensive cards is not accurate. It's not how you think about splash cards. Splash cards are power at the cost of consistency. So the types of cards that are easily splashed are cards that are situational because you don't always have to cast them on curve when you draw them, or expensive cards for the same reason, because by the time you get to the expensive card, you're much more likely to have drawn your mana sources. Thank you. It's interesting. It's a slow growing spell. Some cycling, red-white duel. Can we try Hall of Oracles? I think we'll try it. Huh? Dude, another inspiration? Seriously? I kind of want to splash that card. That card seems great. We got another Heated Debate, another Shaman, and another inspiration. Fine. Consider me inspired. I wonder if there are any lessons we'll wheel. I got like 2 lessons in my deck and like 15 ways to get them. I hate this card. I hate the Befuddler too. He's so bad. Steel creatures. Possibly we could do. I mean, this card is better with our early game creatures. This card feels like a little bit more impactful. But what am I exiling? I don't want to exile my own creatures. This is like a defensive spell. Okay. Pledge seems pretty useful. 2-drop. I want another lesson though. Man, I'd take this card. I don't know if I'd play it or not. I'd take that card. I would play that card. It would be good in our deck. And I'd probably take that card too. I feel like I need some lesson payoffs for all of our learn. Don't know why the Shield Mage is still in here. No one playing those colors. This card might be playable. I don't know. The equipment's not playable. I guess I'm taking the only card that I might play. Another Battle Seer is pretty unexciting, but we might need it, honestly. Like, quality of our cards are not very good. 2-drop, 2/2, 2-drop, 1/3 fixing. I'll take a reject here. I'll take Thrilled Possibility, something to do with my mana. Take the fixing in my colors, and I'll take the wall. This deck turned out medium low, in my opinion. Medium low, baited by dragon, not aggressive enough in investing in the. I wish my family would never ever involve me in large group texts at 7 in the morning, instigated by my wife, trolling all morning. All right, so what are we doing here? What did my wife do? She's instigating group text messages, and I don't know why I'm even on the group text message. Like, whose scammy idea was group text messages? Like, honestly. All right, let's take out all the cards we don't want to play, starting with the deck. Dude, I just have a pile of 3-drops. That's it. The deck is just like 3s. All right. We have a full play set of inspirations. That's family? Yeah. It is family. 4. That's a 5-drop. I didn't even know it was a 5-drop. Okay, I want to play these cards. I want to play that card. I want to play my duels. Oh, they're already in. Great. I don't know if I can afford Hall of Oracles, but I'm considering it. There are a lot of times where I cast an instant or sorcery for 3 mana. That's it. Hold on, chat. I'm going to go throw my phone in the river. All And I have my phone to be quiet when I'm streaming, like it's set up to silence itself during my stream times. There's one exception, which is my wife, who doesn't get her messages silenced during my stream times. But the family group texts, because my wife is involved in that, still trigger the notifications. Which means, like, literally, she's like a backdoor vulnerability, like an unpatched fucking like an unpatched like vulnerability in your network. It's like, yeah, I'm up to date on my spam firewall, my spam protection and my firewall status. And then it's like, except your wife, who's just like, oh, you'd like access to our network? Approve, approve, approve. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that, chat. Very monster mash. I don't know what that means. What does very monster mash mean? Could I play the wall and get it as a mana dork? All right, so we have 7 2-drops so far. Our curve is just literally a picture of someone giving the middle finger. Look, knuckle, middle finger, knuckle, knuckle. That's how I feel about this draft. That's accurate, I'd say. I'm going to have to play the Adept. I need a 2-drop. I kind of want to play the Shaman, but there's no way that I'm ever going to want to cast... Wait, why is it showing him as a 2/4 for 7 mana? Thanks, Clint. There's no way I want to cast the 3 mana 1/2 double striker. I don't hate guys with 4 toughness in this format. They're decent. Maybe one more of these stupid frogs. The fact this guy is a 2/1 makes him so useless. If he were a 2/2 with everything else the same, this card would be pretty decent in this format. Oh, we got a Trickster. Oh, it's another 3-drop. Feels bad. Is that our only flyer? Yeah. All right, we gotta have this as like a curve topper at 4. $32, 13, 14. This is definitely a 17 land deck, right? I like to hold on to Thrill, I guess. Feels crazy not to be playing this spell. But can I really afford 2 more 3-drop removals? I've got 4. Kind of want to play these with these, but this is like some explosive blue-red deck, like running first strike tricks and 4/4s on our 1/2 double strikers, and I'm just not that deck. The rest of the cards don't support that game plan at all. I guess I can play this as a 2-drop. It's sometimes an artifact, sometimes fixes a screw. To run eject. Is it reject? Yeah, we could. I kind of hate Befuddler. I mean, I could just cast all of these to face. I mean, that's 12 damage. Get another 5. 17 damage to face. One more spell, we're good. That's how that works, right? All right. So it's probably another Battle Seer, probably the Masterpiece, probably Explosive Welcome, but possibly not. Probably Double Heated Debates. This card is quite expensive with no ramp, and the payoff's not even that good. I killed 2 things, but it cost me 8 mana. Can go face, but I don't really want to be part of an 8 mana spell that does 3 or 5 damage to the face. Unless I'm winning the game. I wonder if the wall comes in. So there's a snow day, but our deck's starting to get fairly expensive. This card is a tempo card. Oh, it must be draw cards. I didn't even realize I drew cards off this. Well, that's a little bit better than I thought it was. That's why it's so fucking overpriced. Alright, we can play Snow Day in here as well. I like how it just lumps things. What a lazy way to code this. You're like, okay, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, everything above 5. 6, 7, and 8. All in the same pile. Why not? We just, chat, it's impossible that we could, you know, have another column here. Okay. So this card ramps us. Okay. I'm going to remove my connections to my family if this texting continues. You instigated it. Dude, is the wall better than Campus Guide? I feel like 95% of the time the wall is better than Campus Guide here. I'm not playing Archway with this deck. Wouldn't mind the Curate. I wouldn't mind having a combat trick. Yeah, chat, the banter's not just saved for you guys. That's just a part of who I am, I'm afraid. For better or worse. Means we got some stall. A little bit of shit to tie up the ground. I kind of wouldn't mind another 2-drop. The card's a little questionable. The problem with this card is you almost always bin a land to get some value. But this deck kind of wants lands. Eventually. Befuddler is a trick. Yeah, but all things equal, this trick is worse than this trick. This trick gives me +2/+0 on first strike, which often kills a creature. And gives me a treasure token. So I often keep my existing creature alive, surprise block, get a kill on a card I wouldn't get a kill on, and get a treasure token for 2 mana and an instant trigger. This card casts a creature that is a 2/1 that reduces the power of one other creature by 1. Yes, there are frog synergies with Befuddler. I haven't seen a frog synergy payoff card in this format, but I'm sure there's dozens, maybe even hundreds. Now, the problem with a card like this sometimes is I want to get the ramp version of it, so I want to play it early. But I'm looking at my creature count. It's like 4? Close to 4, 10. Am I going to have creatures to do that with, is my question. This card also deals with floods. I think Thrill might come out here. The only synergy it has is with the Pledge Mage. And the Curve, I guess. Arena, can you stop being the world's worst program? I get it. You guys wanted an online portal that allows you to reach into the pockets of people playing Magic and remove money from it. Could you at least also display the cards we want to play as we're doing that? I'm a little tempted to cut Explosive Welcome. Does this card ever win us a game? Like, is it enough of a payoff? Although I will ask the follow-up question, which is, if this is our payoff card, how come it doesn't do anything when we cast it? So our plan is the 3/4. Our plan is to resolve this creature and then spend 7 turns hitting them with it until they're dead. I like it. The plan seems to have a lot of weight. All right, so we're going to have to play something with some reach. We cut 2 turns off with Explosive Welcome. Yeah, but that's a cheap trick, say Laguna, right? Like if you set the bar so low that anything, this is like with white t-shirts. My wife gives me tons of compliments whenever I put on a button-down shirt. And that's not because my button-down shirts are so incredibly awe-inspiring. It's because I wear white t-shirts every day, right? So the comparison starts to look better. And I'm not sure that's really where we want to be for our ideal software. Do I need another 2-1? Do I want that combat trick? Thrill versus sudden breakthrough. One ramps us, one stops us flooding. We have a bird, an Ignis, 10 creatures. All right, fine. Let's try this. 7. So we have 9 sources. That's fine. We're gonna need a fair number of red sources, but we also need a fair number of blue sources. All right. Yeah. Is it? I feel like I was gonna say, is it explosion with a question mark for explosive welcome? But then I thought about like, is it expulsion? And then my mind went somewhere else. So we'll just try explosion, I guess. Okay. You totally get back to MTG or MTGA if they let you do tournaments with friends. They do. I mean, you can't do it directly through them. You have to use a website. I mean, that's what the Sweatsuit Invitational is. The drafted tournament that a bunch of streamers were playing last night, including some big names and including a bunch of my friends were playing that last night, where you essentially draft on a third-party website through basically it's just a web interface with a number of other people that you specify going in. Then you import those, then you export those deck lists to Untapped or whatever the hell it is, and you import them into Arena, and then you play against each other in a tournament format. So you absolutely can do that. All right, I don't know if Hall of Oracles is good enough, but I want to try the card. So a lot of the early part of this set is experimenting, right? So let's try this. I kind of want that wall in as a mana dork, but it's only a mana dork a very small percentage of the time. So I don't even know if that's good enough. Could be that instead of the other. Okay, let's do it. How many wins can we get 5 is the first question, chat. With this. What's the website? I'm not sure. It's someone in chat's got to know. Let's ask a couple times here for chat. Remind me to ask again. What is the website people were drafting the Sweatsuit Invitational off of? Is it MTG Assistant? I don't know. Is the answer. All right, we drew our Elder Dragon and our 7-drop, so we're probably playing this. Okay. It's an annoying card for us. Does this exile? Sure doesn't. One drop, 2-drop, mono white. Not exactly the deck we'd like to play against with 1-for-1 answers. Forgot how weak our answers are too. Is there a world in which expanded anatomy does something for us? Safest pick is Introduction to Prophecy right now. We actually need lands. Got a lot of learn cards. We can get the payoffs later. I don't want to overinvest in that dragon for when it gets removed. Dude, I've just got a mono white player curving out on me right now, and it feels so fucking bad. Okay? It's like his deck isn't even good yet. Like it's just a curve. You play a 1-drop into a 2-drop into a 3-drop into a removal. You come out ahead. Who knew? Who knew? Okay. So is a 3-3 better than a 3-4 here? No. MTGA draft, that could be right. Well, I mean, if you play a 1-drop, a 2-drop, and a 3-drop, and then you just have removal, so you can keep your beaters alive, you're just in good shape. Now, doesn't look like he has another one, so that's good, but he might. I guess 2 mana. There is an exile off 2 white that he could be playing here. I feel like this deck is so bad in this format. The white-black, like, just like weenie deck, it just doesn't do anything. So we're gonna have to see some powerful payoff cards from him, or just a really good curve. Well, a 1 white mana spell that makes that beater into a 4/3 kind of sucks. 4/2. Did I block this? Oh, it's flying. I can't block it. Okay. All right. Let's scry. Through 5, 6, 7, ramp up to 8. I think that's fine. All right. Sitting by as he casts more instants and sorceries and smacks me in the face with that fucking Pledge Mage, but we have a spell next turn. More flyers, more evasion. Can't block it. It's a good one. Can cast it here. All right, so we're gonna explosive welcome here. Gonna do 5 to that, 3 to that. Am I even inspired here? Can remove the 2/1. Can deal with mana. I guess I can start attacking if I remove the 2/1. All right. So annoying. Where were you last turn? It's not good enough here. My 8. Kind of need this grind answer here. Kind of need him as a blocker too. It's only 1 on the ground though, but this card is potentially 2 on the ground. I guess I'm drawing. It's really unfortunate. All right. Hold on, we're on main. Okay, that's the card I wanted. Can discard this card. Gonna take 3 here. Oh, I don't have to pay ward price with this. That's nice. All right, let's go to combat with our 7/7. Okay, it's a neat interaction with the ward. Didn't know about that. I'm glad it said it specifically on the card. I probably wouldn't have figured that out. I'm gonna be forced to chump this fucking thing now. 1 more instant or sorcery gets to make this a 5/4. 1 top. A block here. fine. We trade. Let's go ahead and scry. It's a blocker. It's probably better in a land. Sure. Wait, we don't trade? Oh, we traded there. Okay. Yes, please. What is this like obnoxious like dun, 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 dun noise every time I make any card play? And why is it here? All right, wasn't 100% certain we were gonna get there with that start. Pledge Maze seems good. He was annoying for sure. Yeah. Anyone know what that noise is caused by and how I can turn it off? Set volume to 0. Going second with this hand. Ouch. Okay. They gave you a priority noise. That's obnoxious. Dude, I don't understand why they insist on making the program worse repeatedly. Why are we dooming? Do we kill that? I have to deal with it. I can't block it. I could main phase kill it. Or they'll learn, which wouldn't be terrible, but I don't have a spell next turn, so it gets a little awkward if that is the case. Which it was. But if I drew something. Super awkward for my mana. If I let him cast his spell, he probably recurs the creature, which is pretty bad. If I just remove this, my turn is dead. Next turn I double spell, or I pump my 3/4 into a 4/5. It's all pretty ugly. Open black mana pause. I don't know the set well enough to get any sense of what that was. Open black. I mean, it could be the rare, the one that kills a creature, non-black creature for 2 black. Could be the +2/-2 trick. Looks like it might be that. Yep, you can trick, gain your card back, 2 for 1 here. Lose the card advantage from the 4/2, but have the 4/2. It's a flunk. Which is just minus, it's -2, that's awkward. It's a much better one for him. Okay. That noise, I hate it. Me too, man. Me too. I don't know what the fucking options it is, though. I don't want to turn off all SFX. Hey, Sui. Yeah, I mean, they've added some shitty stuff in the arena. You don't have the options to, like, this should be a customizable option. So it should be in here as, like, an audio option. But I bet you it's not. You just recast. No, it's a different card. Yeah. Dude, he's got all the 1-mana answers for my stuff. It's a little bit annoying. We're 1 off casting that. Discard 2. Am I okay discarding 2 lands? 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're not. 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to play my land this turn, so I actually should discard this. It's fine. Yeah. Can't discard 2 lands there because there's an option. There's sometimes I need to play them both. Guy's on 4 lands. 4-land Andy over there with his fucking answers to everything. I recruit my creature. I kill your guy while not losing my own. So next turn I can cast both of these. Might just take the damage. Scry worth 3 damage. I don't think so here. Okay. So we double a spell next turn. Ideally, yes, you can equip your pledge. It's not lifelink, so I don't give a fuck. Yep, get your attack in, that's fine. Alright, so we're hitting him for... It's 5 and 3, so we're going 5 face. We hit him for 10 this turn. And cast another body. Guy's still on 4 lands. I can't decide if he's land screwed at this point or he's just been, he only runs 4 lands, that's all his deck needs. The SFX volume is like 15% of the max right now. So he's dead, right? That's 5, 6, 7 plus 2 is 8. We'll do that. How do I activate this? Okay. Okay. All right, bit clunky, but that red card winning us again. Did we have fun this match? Like, these faces don't represent the range of emotions I had during this match. I kind of need like a kind of like, I need an emote where it's the same emote here, but it's like a guy holding his ears in pain with kind of like a little happy, kind of like half smile as he's won. He's like, I'm still here. Like, do we get one of those? Because that's what I need. So if we have one of those, that would be okay. That would be the appropriate emote for that moment. Emoji, whatever the fuck it is. Look, this is music. That's FSX at whatever this is. Voice and ambiance. What is ambiance? That probably could be 0. Can move that down a little bit. Voice can go down. Okay. Wind. I don't want wind. Is there any other settings that would give useful gameplay? Auto tap. Auto trigger order abilities. Auto choose replacement effects. Auto assign combat damage. Hide alternate art. Show phases. Evergreen key. Disable emotes. Auto apply card styles. Enable gameplay warnings. I want those. What I want is an option to disable noise on transfer of priority. I didn't hear this game launch though. Like I feel like we may have turned it down too low. Turn off all sounds. I don't want it to be silent as I'm doing this. I don't mind some of the audio cues. It's just there's too much. What is the gameplay warning? It warns you if you're about to play gameplay. It's like a land screw land flood mechanic. So if you don't have any lands at all and then you draw one, you get a little warning that pops up. So it's like you're about to experience gameplay. Yeah. It's a nice feature. See, this is a little quieter than I want now. It's not on priority, chat. It's whenever I touch a card. Listen. Ready? Do you hear it? It gave me that noise. And now? Oh, it didn't do it there. Rejected. See, I select the card, it goes shh, shh, and it's super loud. The rest of the volume's super short, quiet. It didn't impact that at all. Like, this could be louder and still be fine. What is this? This is the combat professor. That guy's fucking sick. I want no part of him. So this gives me an acceleration of 2, right? I don't think that's worth it. I think we just kill it and learn. We learn to love again. It's not just the drag card noise. It's touch a card, click a thing, do anything. Get this horrendous noise coming through for no reason. All right. So I'm going to play this. I would like to. So how much mana do I have? 5. This guy ramps 2, right? So I have 7. 7 get me anywhere? No. I could tap it down. But I think I'm just going to remove it. So 7's really not good enough to do anything here. Okay. I kill your dude. I don't kill the dude. Okay. It's master then? No. That's master is all volume sounds. All right. Let's not talk about this anymore. We can agree it's annoying. We can agree we can't change it. And we can agree that WotC ought to fix it, but suggesting things that don't make any sense doesn't help us either, right? They're not related. So I have 7 mana again. To hold our trick up, it telegraphs our hand. I think this is just Battle Seer and pass. I hate that we're giving our opponent time to develop. Can't attack here. Okay. This hand is so stupidly clunky. I think I need that. Okay. Yes, Kurt. On reboots right now, OBS is coming up. So when I start the computer for the morning, OBS is coming up as not having it doesn't see the mic audio. Don't know why. And if I walk away from the computer for any period of time, like an hour or two, and come back, Discord is trying to switch audio sources. And also, come on, he's got the 1 mana removal for this too after this. Holy fuck. Kurt, it might have to be another time, man. All right, guy with all the answers over here. That's so bad. Let's just draw 2, discard 1. So 2 things, right? So 1, I don't know why. The last 2 mornings I booted up, OBS doesn't see audio at all. Or doesn't see mic audio, but sees game audio. And I have to reboot the computer. When I do that, when I reboot, it sees it. But it's weird that it comes off of a fresh boot like that. And the second one is then the combination of Discord stuff. I walk away from the computer for an hour. OBS or Discord's trying to switch audio sources. And then it's staticky when I am on Discord until I reboot again. It feels like I'm getting some sort of like, that feels like, I wonder about the static electricity buildup again kind of deal. Because both those things feel like intermittent things, which is weird. So I'm snowdaying on his turn, blocking the dueling coach, and he's pumping his guy again. This is super bad for us right now. He keeps having all the answers for us right now. With his 1 mana answers to everything we're trying to do here. All right, so we actually can cast this, right? So this accelerates by 2. We're on 6. We need 8. What are we killing? We could kill these 2 to start with. Or that, because we might draw for that later. We'll draw him a card, but it's only a 2/2 without the counters. Okay. Card has been a bomb in this deck. I was worried it was too expensive for what it did, but it's actually been super strong. Wow, game. All right, let's go ahead and Prophecy, because we're not drawing shit. Yeah. Yeah, those are cards I don't want to see. It's a good one. Now, opponent is going to have another removal card in hand, because why wouldn't he? Yeah. I don't know what this card does. Because first time I see an enchant non-land permanent, enchanted can't block or enchant abilities can't be activated, destroy it. Only your opponents may activate this ability only as a sorcery. So I get it back next turn. Okay. I mean, he's been here this whole time, so that doesn't fucking matter, right? That's a really weird tempo card. Doesn't seem great. So what's my mana at? 10. Five. Is that good enough? Is that better than just the Ignis? Might not be, actually. Double Q is the hotkey to tap all my lands. The moment we can block his board. Not very excited about that pause. It's just the scry. Okay. Flying lifelink menace. Forgot about that. Okay. It wouldn't have had flying previously, but it would have had light. Okay, so we just got fucked by him, the Eye Witch there. That's fine. Let's go ahead and draw. No. Do I remove this guy because he's a flying threat, or remove this guy to get rid of lifelink and menace? I think it's the Orator here. Oh, it just tapped it. That's interesting. Oh, it's not my learn effect either. Okay, I think we're still passing here. So I could get 3 more mana. I don't think 3 more mana helps me here. 5 is getting really low though. Okay. Why not kill him? Because his Orator is only a flyer. Because the second he draws removal on his black-white deck, I can't block that creature again. So at the moment, we hold off the board. Long term, it's scary either way. This card is not doing too much. I mean, it's menace, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty similar, because essentially the answer is because there's 2 different evasive effects that are playing into this, and each creature gives a different evasive effect. So removing either of those creatures doesn't really stop this creature still being evasive, is the problem. So removing that creature is the simplest solution to that at the moment. All right, I can start swinging with the Battle Seer, or I can start scrying. We're on 9, 10. I don't hate 2 4/4s. 10, actually 12. This is exactly 12, huh? Fine. And we're at 5. What's more valuable? Scrying? I can upkeep scry. Okay. We can lose this game from just a couple evasive threats for him. Good one. All right, the flyer. Is scry worth holding back? I have to have a blocker for the 2/2. I guess the 4/4s are good here. Get a vigilant blocker. Battle Seer seems kind of weak. It's fine. It's a 5/4. It's a 5 mana 3/4 haster that scries for us. It's fine. It's not good. It's not great. 2+1/+1 counter. So it's a 4/4. That's fine. I can block a 4/4. So far, this has been a 3/4 flying defender that lets me reuse my mana source. Reuse my treasure as a mana source. I did miss the fact that tapping an artifact to add mana of any color, for instance, or sorceries, could be useful here. Also draw remove when I go into 1 here. That'd suck. Negative. How much damage is that? 5, 9, 13, 17, 16. I don't think that's good enough. Okay. I'm not loving these upkeep scries at 5 mana cost for this. It's another blocker. Okay. Lets me get rid of lands future too, right? Oh, except I thought I had 5. This is not really a tap. Nah, that's annoying. So I guess I can sack the treasure token. So 3 blockers is enough. So I can get in with everything then, except for the Battle Seer. Okay. He might have to throw this card away this turn. He might need the life. One top. I got 4 mana though, because his upkeep scries. There is a Wrath in black. There's a Wrath in white too. The Wrath in black is 5 mana. Since when did this card have flying on it? So I couldn't have blocked that regardless. We actually lose to this. He gets plus fucking 3/3 flying on his menace creature. Way to get fucked. No, that feels bad. Okay, we lose this one. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed that he got rewarded there. He spent a lot of mana scrying, but I'm just annoyed he got fucking rewarded there. He had those perfect answers the early game, right? So it's like, okay. So we're playing catch up. We play catch up. We catch up. And his last turn that he gets to have an option, he gets it. Fucking sucks. I don't know that we could have been any more aggressive. I can't attack into a 4/4, 3/4 land-based creature. I don't have 2 flyers to play around flying menace trick. I didn't even know that card gave flying. Just, ugh. Ugly. We were looking for removal for that 4/4 and just never got there. Quite a lot of our deck removes it, but not all of it. We needed another heated debate is the answer for that. Oh well. Okay. Ever try Mythgard? Doesn't ring a bell. Wait, why is there a reveal? Oh, because he has to reveal a card to play that in untapped. I see. So he just gave me information I need to get. I guess he could have a shock. If he has a shock, which is the only reason I can see why he'd reveal. I mean, I guess I'm probably overthinking this, but I think I'm going to cast the Soothsayer as a 1/3. Could be Swords of Plowshares too, I guess. I got a lot of value out of this land if I can get a couple more lands. Not letting this card go off. So that's just not happening. Let's go ahead and get our learning going. I'm going to learn environmental sciences. Do we crack him in the face? I don't care for the 1 damage. He's playing red-white. I'm expecting it to be aggressive red-white. there is a red-white haste there on 3, the doggo. I'm just gonna remove all his creatures here. And now I will start hitting him. Okay. Tutor up a mountain next turn, pump him again. Guy's mana screwed. Okay. Let's not overinvest in this one creature. I'm a little worried he's gonna blow this up. I actually should have done this the other way. Because I did have him on shock on turn 1, right? Yeah. So we did figure out why he gave us that information. I'm glad I didn't waste the counter. I wish I had done that pre-combat if I was gonna make that play. I just didn't think through that. I'm glad we figured that out. But, alright. Keeping the cards is kind of a scam when you're just drafting repeatedly. I don't know what the best use of your gems is if you're trying to build constructed decks. This hand is a little slow. No blue source, no removal. 3 drop. Okay. That card is nasty, so let's fucking remove it next turn if we can. It's a good draw here. That's nice. I don't get my token though, right? Becomes the target of a spell, you sack it, and he gets a learn. So I don't get my token here, but I can end step remove it. Kind of need my mana here, but I don't have a creature to cast it on, so it's kind of irrelevant too. Fractal summoning, sure. All right. (3/1) Ward 2. I think I ramp with the Ignis here over casting Environmental Sciences this turn. I guess I could tutor Island, leave Island up. That's not terrible either. Although it does telegraph it a bit, doesn't it? All right, so he's got open mana, which sucks. I would love to play my Prismari here for the ramp. He could have played that as a 2/2. He may not want to. All right, I think what I play here gets countered. Cancel. No counter, so I got baited by his open mana. All right. So he didn't want to play a 2/2 on an empty board, even though they're both flying. Why didn't he just play that last turn? Didn't want to play into the counter, I guess. All right, how are we doing on mana? We're getting there. I could remove the 2/2. Could just remove the 3/1. Could play out a 3/4. I get a token this way, but I don't use it. But I can use the token for a counter. All right. So I guess we're gonna run out island. Yes. What a great play. Use all my fucking mana, including my islands. Stupid fucking card. Okay. I mean, technically that does provide a blue source, but I guess, does it tap for colorless or colored? Mana of any color. Okay. Target creature or planeswalker spell. Uh-oh, I don't know what this card does. X is 4. Scry large. Choose a player. They return a creature they control to its owner's hand. If X is 3, create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. So it's a 5 mana, create a 4/4 bounce, but I bounce my target. So this accelerates my mana here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Take 2 extra damage this way, but I get to cast the removal next turn and then recast. I didn't wait. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. I don't need anything else. Okay. So 5 to the first one, 3 to the second one. Three mana. I can't remove the creature this turn, so I can recast my inspiration. Nope. Recast my. These cards look identical to me. The art from the top. It's a bunch of red fucking spell effects, particle effects, drawn particle effects is what this is. Still dying to this aerialist. Had mana screw, had to pay for our mana screw to get out of it, and our opponents played double tempo cards off multiple choice and trickster. I don't really want to be at 6 here. Eight mana again. This takes 5 to remove. Yeah, opponent, I need you to slow the fuck down, okay? Just like take a couple turns off. It's really great that you've had all the cards and I've been slow as I've been mana screwed. It's been great. But I need you to take a couple turns off so I can catch up, okay? Aerial seems really good. It's really good in this scenario where I don't ever have 5 mana to remove it. 4/4. Alright, so I did all my math on 8 mana. I don't know why, because I only had 7. This is 8 mana. It's 5 to remove that, 3 to cast something else. I could run out the Pledge Mage as a 3/3. I could chump. I could Snow Day, but I can't really because I can't target them and get countered. Have to remove that. He could be holding up counter mana too, right? With one blue and another. I just don't have a lot of options here. So we are going to pay out 5. Like that. I guess it's not like that. I guess it's like this because I don't know how the ward interacts with that. I don't have a choice. I have to remove the flyer, so here goes. Hey, Nobu. It's me that pays 2. He doesn't get to counter it if he pays 2, but my spell gets auto countered. Okay. So are we dead here? Taking 3 more. Alright, tap out for this, so I can't play Reject, but Reject is just a creature counter. The moment I eat one of his attackers, if he's got another bounce spell, I'm dead either way, I can't counter it. Of course he has another bounce spell, because why would this game allow me to play my cards on curve? Instead, I'm going to play an opponent playing a tempo deck when I have a deck more than capable of dealing with all of his threats, but I never get to resolve them because of a million tempo cards. And mana screw in my point. So, kind of sucks. I think that's a game we win if we're not land screwed, but I mean, like every game in Magic that like you're getting land screwed, all decisions are essentially how can I try to have some chance of surviving my land screw. Hey, we didn't manage to survive our land screw. It feels bad. We tutored up our draw card, our land fixing spell, played our land fixing spell, used our mana accelerants, mana accelerants, and our opponent just has tempo and a 3/1 flyer that I can never remove for fucking 5 mana. So salty about that. I mean, like, even his Frost Trickster play was so shit. Pass with 4 mana so that you can wait to tap the 2/2 he plays. I hate that he gets rewarded for it. It feels so bad. Alright, what are we doing here? Do we want land on top? Not really. Eternal Rage, so funny. Okay. Do I want another land? I don't think so. Okay. Hey, Hydrogeneza, how's it going? 0/4 defender, gain a life. Okay. I don't care about tapping the 0/4 at all, but I care about getting a 2/2 flyer on the board, developed and attacking. I have no other plays this turn, so we'll tap the Arch. I don't care if the Arch ever untaps. Or doesn't untap. Blue Forest, Island, Campus, Commons over there. It's quite a lot of things, huh? Is there a frog in my future? No. Okay. Pop quiz, sure. Three, 5 serpent. Awkward. I haven't seen this body played yet, but I can't interact with it, which is annoying as fuck. I was hoping to kill it end step, but it has 5 toughness. So now I waste all of my mana on this turn. I guess I'm on practical research this turn. I don't think I'm on the double spell plan on it. It just seems bad. This is an instant, right? Yeah. Okay. What's the unblockable activation for? Okay. The Simic deck seems strong. There's some crazy synergies in this set. It's really annoyingly reminiscent of Ravnica, where there's some really powerful synergies. Do I just block this and try to kill it end step? It can't be countered. I think that's a fine play, honestly. Two for one's me, which is kind of annoying, but it uses my mana. It gets a recurring threat off the board that I can't deal with. And lets me pump my flyer that's beating him down. What? Oh, activate only as a sorcery. I can't even play it on their turn. I just assumed I could play it on their turn, so I didn't get to pump my guy. It makes the play a little less good. I just assumed I could do that. That's okay. We'll live with that. Alright, let's go ahead and tutor. Do you have the hexproof one? No. Do I want to land? Not really. Do I want to land later? I could take this card to discard to practical research, which is pretty reasonable. Thing doesn't have reach. Okay. All right, life gain. It's too bad. If I'm trying to beat him down here, a second fractal summoning is getting a bit sketch. 1/1 flying death toucher. It's kind of bad news for me too. Well, nice top deck. We're just removing it, presumably. I think this is over investing in it. Spends my mana. It was kind of a free card. If he doesn't have the removal for it, we might get there. He is summoning these things as opposed to removal cards, which potentially means that he might be trying to cast big creatures onto this board. I might get there with a 6/6 vigilant attacker, or 6/6 flyer rather. It's a lot of investment in this though. I mean, this one's kind of free. I haven't had a lot else to do. It's not in white or black. Yeah, but blue-green's got bounce spells, right? There is a death touch instant. We're just not going to deal with it. It's a black-green instant. He's got black mana there. He's played cards that are black-green synergetic, although maybe not. Might have wanted life gain too. But if he's just casting 3/3s on this board, we're pretty happy about it. Alright, I could main phase the practical research for 1 more damage, puts him in reach range. So the difference between, I guess he's still going to be at 4 because of the arch. But I think I'm still doing it. I don't have to remove that 3/3. There might be like a fight effect he could cast on it, but it's at 7. I think I'd rather get my tap land developed here. Okay. Could have blocked that 1/1, but there is that death touch trick. And this thing is black-green, so it's like triggering me that it's black-green, although we haven't seen a black card out of this deck. So it might not have been black-green. Well, actually, the 1 damage mattered. That's interesting. Because now he can only go to 7. So if I'd given him the life gain, that would be 1 more turn. No, that's not intentional. Just I didn't see a reason to block the 1/1 there. The attack's really suspicious. Makes me suspect that he wants the life for some reason that I don't want to give him. It's a good bluff attack, right? Because so much of the time, that 1/1 doesn't matter one way or the other. And sometimes it matters for race math, but I'm probably going to give him the race math when I'm at such a high amount of health. When there's so many upsides that he might be able to take advantage of with that card. So here, we got rewarded for developing our 2/2 flyer as a tempo play, as opposed to waiting for our opponent to play something that we wanted to tap down. Who knew? It's kind of funny. Hall of Oracles was quite good there, for sure. Although I did screw up, right? I thought I could... I didn't realize it could only have my own turn. Hooray for decisions. Agreed. Wasn't it fun to play a game where both me and my opponent had resources to play the game with, and we had to make decisions, and it was like a thing that happened. Here, though, it's a little bit interesting with the counter spell. The Trickster becomes a little bit less interesting. This is not a beater either. It doesn't have 2 power like the other creature I played on 2. It's just a 1 power dude. That's the fucking card I wanted to remove. That's really annoying. I thought that was 3 mana. I assumed it was 3 mana because it's insane, but it's not a 3 mana card. That's ridiculous. I have 25 billion cards that remove that, but it will ramp him. It's just it's a insane source of card advantage. It's so stupid for 2 mana. It's so good. This is like you would always play this on 3 as well. You might even consider playing it on 4. Probably not. I don't know about 4. It's like a medium card. 3, it's a good card. 2, it's insane. Am I on the block plan? I guess if I'm on the block plan, I can force him to attack with the apprentice. Otherwise, he gets no damage in. This is my only flyer, so it's not like I have... Oh, that's not true. I have one other flyer. It's not like I have a lot of evasive threats. Can I do this at instant speed? Yeah. I don't really want to create treasure tokens at instant speed instead of playing my cards that do something. But I'm scared. Simic seems insane in this format. Like when you get the good synergies in it, it's just so good. Are we looting away anything? I'm looking for removal for that card, right? This is counter mana. Have a practical research to play. I think this is a pass and draw next turn. Okay. Hey, thanks for the reset, Tragic Booty. Welcome back, man. I wish I could respond and kill his fucking 2/2. I mean, it like never misses either. It's dig 3 cards to look for a land, which is in limited is like a land 99.9% of the time. Welcome back. You've never been away. Yeah, I guess. Actually don't want to be acting so rarely, but this hand has been clunky. Put a +1/+1 counter on each fractal you control. Rip. So now he's got another 2/2. 2 more 2/2s? It does the other order. Negate. No? Okay. That's good. Do I just discard? It's a trigger. Do I discard my counter here? Discard sudden breakthrough. Alright, so we want a masterpiece next turn. We've got 6 if we develop tap land, untapped land. Then I don't have 7 for the turn after, which is a masterpiece. I want to kill that fucking apprentice. I probably just cast first and then make the decision. If it dies, I use the +1/+1 counter, and if I don't, then I will develop the tap land. It's fine. Annoying, but fine. Okay. Just draws him 3 cards. Card off this card, a card off the fucking land, and a card off learn. It's so painful, man. Stupid thing is so good. Man, we're in some trouble, chat. We're going too slowly here. Have to drop counter mana if I play the tap land. Pretty big percent of the time I draw the land anyways. I mean, this counter spell gets weaker and weaker as he gets more and more lands with that little stupid 2 mana does for him. Yeah, fractal summoning's annoying. Do I counter that for 3? I doubt it. Okay, solves. That gets countered. This board's getting wide and his board's getting big. What can we do about this? This is our untapped land. I can just slam Elemental Masterpiece for 2 4/4s. He's gonna have bounce spells in that deck. It's not terribly exciting. But I'm not sure I have a better play. 4, 5, 6, 7. Heated Debate here is pretty weak. The Searing, this creature that scries. I could cast this creature that scries plus Elemental Sciences, plus get my +1/+1, and offer the trade. Or even pump the guy, make him a 4/5. That might be best. Let's try that. All right, so we go. Do I have the mana for that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, because it tutors but doesn't play, so I actually don't have the mana for that. Fine. Go. Almost made a treasure token. Almost. Block. Another unblockable 3/5. Just 2 mana off, pumping the Amplemancer twice. What am I? 1 mana off this card? That sucks. It's a good answer to the Serpent, though. Thing is, I'd really like to pump my bird. Kind of any other creature on the board, though. I need to hold 3 lands up too, which I can't if I play the dude. That sucks all around. Okay. I'd really like to have held up Debate, but it's not a thing I can do this turn. So let's run out our guy. Not getting value off our counters sucks as well, but nothing I'm doing about it. So I want to hold up Debate so I can kill this after he pumps it, invest mana in it. I missed a counter this turn. You think I missed a counter this turn? See how all my lands are tapped? That's because I played all my lands. I used all my mana. I mean, I guess I could have played the untapped land with the tutor if I'm doing it that way. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. There might actually have been a counter there if I'm willing to not have my tap land developed. I mean, I'm supposedly using my mana next turn, but maybe not. I mean, this way I get a counter next turn, but it is 1 turn later. You might be right. Okay. It's a good one. We'll keep it. Alright, he still doesn't have flying removal. Can wreckage this turn to get rid of the 5/5 and the 2/2. Can chump the 7/7 this turn, worry about it next turn. While he's tapped out, this seems pretty good. So we play island first. I'm not going to get any value out of the extra mana I generate off this though at the moment. I could heated debate as well, but I'm trying to save that. Doesn't go face. There's no target I particularly care about removing either. So we're just going to kill this as kill two creatures. Goes face too, but it's not really where we want to be. Okay. So here we'd have 1 mana shy of that. We'd had the counter 1 turn earlier, so it would have been 1 more damage. We are missing 1 damage relative to other plays. Did not need him pumping his whole team. I'm not letting him have free damage here. Could be the death touch trick, but then he could attack with anything. Why just this one? It's the weakest one, but so what? Actually, he doesn't have black mana anyways, so. Guess it could be 3 damage post-combat in some way. What other life gains? I don't know. It's such a wide board, man. Such a wide board. Card's fine. Okay, I think I have the mana for this. Let's just double check. 9. So I don't get a counter. I'm not casting things main phase. It does matter though. I mean, if I ignore this thing, 5 damage twice matters. I could just ignore the Pledge Mage, but I have 9 mana. So I can't this plus activate. So I have to get another turn out of this. That's a little rough. So you wanted to scry? Interesting. That sucks. There's no way I survive that. It's a 9/10. Even if I heated debate it first, it still survives. Sucks. We have 9 mana. I could play both those out. It's probably okay. Double scries out of it too. No sorceries or instants this turn. Gonna hold this. Doesn't go face though. Too bad that guy doesn't have haste. Okay. Any attacks? There's no attacks on this board. It's so wide. All right, 2 scries. Really up to more than that if we want. I mean, if we hit him for 3 here, there is a world in which I just look for the ability that goes face and don't block the token, and I survive this if the Prismari lives. So we'll make that decision on his end step. I mean, technically I could get like 6 scries or something, 5 scries. That's the one I want. All right. All right, so this goes face. I could pre-combat pump him for 1 damage. If he has a sack effect for that 1/1, I can't do it post-combat, so I kind of need to resolve this first. So I think I'm gonna cast this face first. If he's got removal for the flyer, he's incentivized to do it first, but I'm much more worried. I mean, he's got no black cards. Is there any way to sack a token at instant speed as green-blue? Feels like there probably isn't. And there is a world in which he lets me attack with my 3/4 because it's not lethal. Is there any life gain at instant speed? I know there's sorcery speed life gain. Problem is I don't know the set well enough to know what I'm playing around here. The frog is not instant, yeah. Return to hand? None of these things are relevant to anything. I'll try to explain the logic in a second here. Okay. So there's a world chat in which he's trying to tempo kill me, right? And this is going to be the first turn he's had. Like his 9/9 was tapped for 2 turns. So there's a world in which he is trying to save a bounce card or a tap card that he has for my end step to tap my shit to get in and crush me to death, right? So there's a world in which he goes, I'm at 6. I don't care about 3 damage, especially if it taps one of his blockers. If I preemptively cast, if I pre-combat cast the spell that goes face, so I can sorcery speed, put a +1/+1 counter on him, which plays around 1 life gain, and 1 life gain is only relevant A, if there's any cards that instant speed 1 life gain, or B, any cards that sack his token gains him life. Then I miss lethal that way. But it feels more likely with blue-green that he's got something, so I don't want to give him the information that I'm going to kill him with attacking with that. Sometimes it doesn't matter, right? Like sometimes he's just like, I don't want to go to 3. 3 is way too low versus a red deck when there's that card in format that's the uncommon that my opponent's played a bunch of. But I don't know. It was an interesting decision there. I need to know more about, I mean, as we play more, we'll know more stuff to play around, right? So as we play the set a bit more, we'll figure out, for example, which of those is a better line. Bet payout, did we get to 5? Okay. Was that 5? I didn't notice. Do we have mods in channel? Yeah, Zam's in channel. Zam, can you pay people out and see if we'll get and put it up for 6? Okay. There's ways to get rid of the token at instant speed for him. Getting rid of the token at instant speed is not the same thing. If he bounces that token, he does not gain life. The token has to die, and it has to not be exiled. So are there ways that he can get rid of the token at instant speed? This hand is awful. We have 1 piece of interaction. If we hit island, we're good. If we don't, we're screwed. This card is terrible. This card's dead. I don't know, man. In fact, I have the interaction in 3 mountains. And if I hit any blue source, maybe. It was 5 and 2, okay. There's our blue source, never didn't have it. Okay. I hate that I can't interact with that card. Card is really good, by the way. Lifelink on a stick that gives a learn is so good. Here I probably kill almost any creature he plays. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to allow that combo to go off. Thanks, though. Okay. He's playing black-green. It's a lot of black removal in this set. I wonder if my Prismari gets to turn sideways. Maybe. So we're on 6. Could snow day that. We're one off being able to masterpiece. Snow Day does draw cards too. Could wait till he taps it too. The moment he can just pump in attack, so I don't really want that. Or equip an attack. It's a really unexciting Snow Day, except it also draws, and really what I want to do is draw my interaction for his creatures so I don't give him a good Poet's thing. Second Blood Researcher. Nice. They are common, apparently, although I don't think I've seen this card. I can't discard land here. Tap land for, okay, that's fine. I can develop this turn. Next turn, I get the Explosive Welcome. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could actually do this now. It's a 2 4/4s on this board is not terrible, but I can't Explosive Welcome next turn. This guy could also get out of range. That's interesting. I think getting 2 4/4s on a board where I'm racing him is really relevant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Okay. What's the rest of this text do? Artifacts can be tapped, right? Okay. Yeah, when it's used for instance sorceries, this is great. Like I didn't have sack it last turn, didn't have sack it this turn, so it's essentially a ramp spell. Okay. Yep, some of the time we draw a does he have a fight spell? It's annoying. Oh, come on, it's so good! Dude, just snipes my guy, gains 5 life, puts a fucking counter on that. That's so good. We got our land too. Okay, we're still okay. But we weren't okay after this. So it's nice that that worked out. If we hadn't drawn untapped land there, we'd be in a lot of trouble. I don't know if I can beat a 5/5. So I'm 2 for 1-ing myself and giving him 6 more life. I'm not. I'm double killing it with 2 inspirations. Decks have been pretty solid this game. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a slow format, so you tend to get to the big spells if you don't over put them in your deck. The ramp off the dragon was sick there. Surprisingly good, the fact that you can reuse it as a tapped mana source. It's either a well-balanced card, because it flies under the radar. You read that effect and you're like, that's not that great. 3/4 flyer for 4 that gives you a treasure token isn't that great, but the fact that treasure token is actually a mana rock is pretty interesting. At least while the dragon's in play. All right, can we get to 7, chat? Okay. That was a series of sketchy things though, right? Like anytime that I like don't have a clean answer to that quill. If he gets to start equipping and attacking with that quill, we're just in rough shape. Is Cardboard Live working for anyone on stream right now? That's the question we have to ask. Cardboard Live has been a pain in the ass with this update, or rather probably, honestly, Arena's been a pain in the ass with it. But it should be working, right? Exactly. Okay. So if it's not working for you, I don't know what to tell you, besides the fact that it should be working. Okay. But I hear this a lot. I was watching Ben's stream last night when they were drafting the Sweatsuit Invitational stuff, and Ben was like, Cardboard Live's on, it's updated. I don't know if it's working or not. Kind of deal. So, chat like the lore. I haven't been reading the predictions. What are lore based? Alright, opponent goes first. Our hand's okay though. We've got a 2-drop, a 3-drop, and a removal that learns with both our sources. A little bit heavy on the lands, but this is fine. Maybe even actively a good hand, I'm not sure. Mold to 6 going first, red mana. Okay. I didn't want a second Grinning Ignis, but that's fine. I think the counter exiles, so if he had the counter, he might have wanted to counter that Historian, since it wouldn't then be able to become a spirit later. Do I 2-for-1 to deal with this card? I don't think so. Not over the ramp. I haven't reached out yet, Wizard. No, I was debating. Are all of the morning, Joe? Are all of the invitationals in the evenings? Rutha is very good. Yeah, so I would love to play him. I don't know though. It's kind of an awkward time. It's a lot of anti-tempo for him to do this. But here it's just really good, huh? So he probably just doesn't block if I attack with the 2-1. I maybe could have bluffed 2 damage in. I don't know if I wanted to 2-for-1 that or not, but it just 2-for-1 me immediately the turn after. So presumably I probably did want to 2-for-1 myself to give it, or at least give myself a chance to 2-for-1 and get it off the board. It's unfortunate how well that lined up. Normally that card takes a couple turns to go off because it's slow. Okay. Yeah, the Wizard Cup stuff you're doing in the morning would be great. If I looked at Android Netrunner, I have no idea what that is. Okay. It would have been really nice to get my other removal, the 4 damage ones. So I have 6 mana. No, I have 7 mana. But if I use my 7 mana... Dude, this thing discounting so bad for me too. If I use my 7 mana... I have to bounce the card back. And I want this next turn. Although this doesn't actually clean up Rutha, and this misses too. Yeah, I could just tutor a land too, I guess. Alright, I'll 2-for-1 myself versus this fucking dragon if he lets me. He won't. Okay. This is a anytime I want it kind of deal. Okay. Scary. No clean answers to this. Powerful is it cards on our opponents, huh?